Hello everyone. Today I'm making the other movie in order to deliver you the explanation or the presenting of chapter 4 content. Okay, this is the title of chapter 4, Elasticity. Elasticity. So, when you see this title, what do you expect to see inside of this chapter? Or what does it mean, elasticity? Normally, when we say elasticity, we refer to market elasticity. Market elasticity. Normally we don't say only elasticity, we say market elasticity. So what does it mean? Okay, this is the objectives of this chapter. In this chapter, you will learn 1. Define the price elasticity of demand. Define is verb, definition is a noun. It's like the first objective point. You need to set definition. You need to be able to give definition. What does it mean, price elasticity of demand for one good? For example, demand for the price elasticity demand for education. What does it mean, the price elasticity demand for car? The price elasticity demand for food. Okay, and you can explain what factor, what determinant that determines whether demand for one good is elastic or inelastic. So, elastic demand or inelastic demand. What does it mean, elastic demand? What does it mean, inelastic demand? Okay, we will see later. Next, after you can give definition and you can explain what factor that make demand for one good become elastic or inelastic, you need to know how to calculate the price elasticity of demand for one good, for one service, by using information given. Information about demand that given to you could be from demand curve or from the other sources. In terms of demand curve provide you information we already learned from last chapter. Remember that when we have demand curve, what information that we get from this demand curve? For example, this is demand curve. Q, P. This is origin point. Okay. When we have demand curve like this one, what information of this demand curve that you can get from, or what information of this demand curve are given to you? Okay, this is from previous chapter. Third one, we will learn or you will understand how the changes in price of a good affect to total revenue and total expenditure depending on the price elasticity of demand for one good. Okay, you need to understand how the change in price of one good affect total revenue. Strongly affect, make total revenue change bigger or smaller. Make, when the price of one good change, make the total expenditure from buyer side change bigger or smaller. So change bigger or smaller, it depends on the price elasticity of the demand for that good. Next one, define again. Define the gross price elasticity of demand and the income elasticity of demand. When we're talking about gross, normally, for example, I have one line, I have the other line. This is gross. Gross in terms of graph or in terms of line, in terms of curve, refer to the point that they have the common area that we call it common point. But in terms of this one, gross, we're talking about the relationship between two goods, between two services. That's why gross. So we have one good and we have the other goods. Gross, that means they have relationship. Or we have one service and we have the other service. This is relationship gross. Or maybe we have one goods related to the other service, or service related to goods. That's why this is what we're talking about gross. Okay, gross. So define gross price elasticity of demand and the income elasticity of demand. Fifth point, define again, but not the same thing as previous ones. Define the price elasticity of supply. Before we looking at demand. Now is supply, and explain what factor, what determinant determines whether the supply of one good or supply of one service is elastic or inelastic. That means what factor that make our supply for one good become elastic or inelastic. Again, we have elastic and we have inelastic. So what does it mean elastic demand or elastic supply? What does it mean inelastic demand or inelastic supply? So if you can define the price elasticity demand, the price elasticity of supply, you need to know how to calculate the price elasticity of supply by using information given from supply curve or given from the other sources. So these are the points that we need to look at or we need to learn through this chapter. Okay, review from previous. In the market, supply and demand determine the market price that we call equilibrium price, and market quantity that we call equilibrium quantity. This is from previous chapter. A demand or a supply curve for a product will not shift, will not move if the price of the product itself change. Okay, it means that the entire demand curve or supply curve will not move to the right hand side increasing or move to the left hand side decreasing if the price of this product change. Okay, when the price of the product change, when the price of the product change, the demand no moving to the right hand side, increasing, no moving to the left hand side, no moving, no moving. If the price change, so if the price change, the demand change, but change on the same curve. That's why demand or supply for that will not shift, will not move to the right hand side increasing or move to the left hand side decreasing if the price of the product itself change. In this condition, remember that we call a change in quantity demanded or a change in quantity supply. It means P change make Q change. The other one, a change in price will move consumers or users along original curve or demand and supply curve. This one. To shift a curve, one of underlying factors, sometimes other than own price, the factor that not its own price, must change. That's why this is we call change in demand or change in supply. It means that the quantity change because of the other factor change. Okay, the other factor change, but price no change. Price no change. This one we call change in demand or change in supply. This one we call change in quantity demanded or change in quantity supply. This is from previous chapter. Change in the curve. This is change in demand or change in supply. In the market, if demand increases, both price and quantity increase. 4 rules. Remember the 4 rules. If demand decrease, both price and quantity decrease. If supply increase, price falls, quantities increases. If supply decrease, price rises and quantity falls. This is 4 rules. Elasticity concept. What does they mean by saying elasticity? What does it mean elasticity? Okay. Elasticity, when you see this elasticity, that means equal to the change. This is a sign, a change, delta. A symbol, not sign, a symbol or change, delta. So elasticity is about change. So what does it mean when they say elasticity? It means that they saying about change. So what's something that change? What's something that change? Okay. What's something that change? So elasticity is a general concept used to measure a responsiveness of one variable. You know what does it mean, variable? To the change in the other one variable. So elasticity is used in order to say something, or in order to understand, in order to measure, in order to describe responsiveness of one variable to the change of the other variable. For example, elasticity of A with respect to B equal to percentage change of A divided by percentage change of B. A respect to B. If A respect to B, I can say which one is more power, A or B? Which one has less power, A or B? The one has more power, this is a boss. They have more power, more influence. The one has less power or less influence, they are staff, or maybe you're talking about working condition. But elasticity of A with respect to B, B tend to be stronger than A because A respect to B. So when B change, because A respect to B, when B change, A must change. Because A respect to B, when B change, A must change. When B has no change, A also has no change. Okay. So B tend to have more influence on A. So when we see that one, looking formula, the percentage change of A divided by percentage change of B. So B has influence on A, but when we look at formula, B down here, A upper here, upper bar. Okay, this is a bar. Upper bar is less influence factor or amount. B more influence factor or amount. Okay. Elasticity of A with respect to B. The change of A with respect to B. When B change, A change. When B no change, A no change. Okay. That's why this is called elasticity. Elasticity is the concept that economists use in order to describe the stiffness or the flatness of the curve or function. What does it mean, stiffness or flatness? When talking about steep, we're talking about curve. Okay, I have demand, for example, we study about demand. This is demand D1. This is demand, sorry, not this is demand D2. Okay, I have two demands. Which one with demand curve is more steeper? D1 or D2? Which demand curve is more flatter or flatness? D1 or D2? Okay, you know steep? So D1 steeper than D2. That's why which demand curve is more steeper or has steepness? D1. Which demand curve has flatness or more flat? D2. Steeper. If I have D3, D3 is more steeper or steepness. D2 is most flatness. Okay, that's why elasticity is a concept that economists use in order to describe, in order to summarize, in order to present about the steepness or the flatness of demand curve or function. This is curve, function. How about function? Function P equal to something, QD or QS. This is function. Sorry. Economists need to know the elasticity of quantities demanded or quantity supplied with respect to the price. So quantity demanded and or quantity supplied with respect to the price and quantity demanded, or price and quantity supplied. So which one has more influence? Which one has less influence? we can see that the price has more influence, because when the price change, make demand change. When the price change, make supply change. That means quantity supply or quantity demand always respect to the price. So when the price change, quantity demand will change, quantity supply also change. But when the price has no change, quantity demand or quantity supply also have no change. Okay, so economists need to know the price, need to know the elasticity of demand, quantity demanded or quantity supply. That's why when we're talking about elasticity of quantity demanded with respect to the price, this is we call price elasticity of demand. Okay, the elasticity of quantity demanded with respect to the price we call price elasticity of demand. The elasticity of quantity supply with respect to the price, this is we call price elasticity of supply. Okay, we are talking about supply. Elasticity of quantity supply with respect to the price. So what does it mean? What does it mean? Price elasticity of demand. Supply, yes, we will see later on. But now we look at what does it mean, price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand is used to measure, is used to understand the responsiveness of quantity demanded of a typical good or a typical service to a change in the price of that good or that service. So in short, in order to easily remember price, what does mean elasticity when I'm talking for the first slide? Change. Price change demand. Price elasticity demand, price change demand. Okay, price change demand is used in order to measure, in order to understand the responsiveness. What does mean responsiveness? Reaction of quantity demanded to the change in price. What does it mean? When the price change, what is the reaction of the quantity demand? Quantity demand also change. This was the reaction. So this is price elasticity of demand. That means price make demand change. Price change demand. I change you. Okay. So it the technique that we use is a method, economic method, economic theory that we use in order to understand the change, the feedback or the reactions of quantity change because of price change. The price elasticity of demand is the percentage in quantity demanded, the percentage change is a percentage change quantity demanded divide I mean over the percentage change in price. So I can say that this is called epsilon. We have formula later on, but I just give you in advance. Percentage change, oh sorry, no percentage change, not change percentage. Percentage change in quantity demanded based on the formula saying here, divided, this is divided by percentage change of price. If talking about good X, okay, this is equal x or service x. Okay, so epsilon represents price elasticity of demand for good x. Okay, equal that one. For example, if the price of pork falls by 2% and the quantity demanded for pork increases by 6%, then the price elasticity of demand for pork has the values of -3. -3. Why -3? Because here percentage change of pork, percentage change quantity of pork divided percentage change price of pork. Increase plus, fall minus. So increase by 6%, fall by 2%. That's why plus multiplied by minus is minus. 6 divided by 2, 3. Percentage divided by percentage, nothing. That means when we're talking about price elasticity of demand, there's no unit, there's no percentage, there's no dollar, there's no kilogram, there's no kilometer, there's no town, there's no class, number of classes, there's no number of amount of money. Okay, so when we're talking about price elasticity of demand, no unit, because this is a index that we use in order to compare. Compare what? Compare between quantity demanded and price of one good. Okay, the price elasticity of demand will always be negative. If you have positive, wrong. If you find that price elasticity of demand for pork become +3, wrong. Never positive. But some special case is 0. 0 no sign, no positive 0, no negative 0, because 0 is a neutral number between positive area and negative area, or positive numbers and negative numbers. But we always speak only the absolute amount of it. Absolute amount means we say only 3, not -3. Okay, we say only 3. We got the result, the price elasticity demand of -3, but we don't say -3. We say only 3. Why? Okay, why is here? Interpretation. In the pork market, because we're talking about pork. In the pork market, when the price of pork decreases, why decreases? Because the original data telling us about false. Decreases by 1%, the quantity demanded for pork will increase. Why increase? Because original will increase. That's why this is not our word, this is not our meaning. This is we just replicate, we just repeat from information given. But why increase by 1%? The quantity demanded increased by 3%. How you get 3%? 3% come from here. Now we have 3%. Yes, normally when we make interpretation, we use percentage only percentage. But when the result coming, no percentage, no liter, no currency, no US dollar, no US Singapore, no real currency. It's only number with the sign. Okay, number with the sign. Yes, our result we have -3, but when we interpret, why not -3 here? No, it's not -3. So where is minus in our interpretation? Where is minus sign? Minus sign will go inside these two words. Okay, will go inside these two words. What does it mean? This means it's negative here. What does it mean? This means it's positive here. So that's why we always pick only the absolute value, only 3. Only 3, not minus 3. We don't say minus 3. And when we interpret, when we explain, we don't say minus 3. But result must be minus 3. Cannot be positive. Positive wrong. But sometimes or several times, special case, we have 0. So when we interpret, we don't say minus. So you can ask, where is minus? Minus will go to negative and positive. Because positive divided by negative is negative, or negative divided by positive is negative. Okay? Yes, okay, this one. So remember that one. Our results minus, but when we say no minus, why? Because a minus sign here go inside or disappear inside these two words. One decrease, one increase. Decrease, that means negative sign. Increase, that means positive sign. Because we use division, one negative, one positive, result must be negative. But when we interpret, there's no sign of negative, no sign of positive. We say only the value or the number. How about sign? Sign go to these two words. These two words by seeing the calculation. Okay, so I think it's clear. The demand for a good is said to be elastic. To be elastic with respect to the price if the absolute value of price elasticity or demand of the price elasticity or demand is greater than 1. That's why we call absolute. When the absolute value, in order to find absolute value, you need to put absolute sign. That's why no sign. So when it is elastic, when the demand for one good becomes elastic, when the absolute bigger than 1, or absolute value sign absolute bigger than 1, only absolute value bigger than 1. This is absolute value. We don't count sign in. Sign is excluded. It is said that to be inelastic if the absolute value of the price elasticity or demand less than 1. It is unit elastic or constant elastic if the absolute value of price elasticity or demand equal to 1. Okay, what does it mean elastic? It means chain larger. For example, chain larger. This is chain larger. That's why I can say this is elastic, this is inelastic. Chain smaller, inelastic. Chain equally, constant elastic. Why chain smaller, why chain bigger? Remember that one? P chain make Q chain. P chain make Q chain. The other one, maybe I'm not talking about this one. P chain make Q chain. So when P chain by the amount, Q chain by bigger, this condition we call demand is elastic. When the P chain make Q chain equally, this is Q chain in demand bigger than P chain, elastic. When they are chain equal, unit elastic. When P change by that amount, but Q change by this amount, you can see the change in Q smaller than the change in P. This is we call inelastic. Okay, so this slide answer the question: what does it mean elastic? What does it mean inelastic? What does it mean constant or unit elastic? So we try to compare the change in price and the change in quantity. If the change in price make the change in quantity bigger than, so demand for this product is elastic. However, when the change in price make the quantity change but change smaller than, this is we call inelastic. But if the change equally, we call unit elastic or constant elastic. Okay, why bigger than 1? Remember the concept: quantity demanded change divided by percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. Okay, remember that pork previous slide, pork increased by 6%, in quantity demand increased by 6%, when price fall by 2%. You see, to don't look at the sign, price change only 2%, but quantity change up to 6%. That's why result must be -3, but we don't say minus, we just say 3. So 3 bigger than 1. When we put absolute -3 bigger than 1, because absolute sign of number 3 is 3 bigger than 1. That's why this is the demand for, I can say that the demand for pork is elastic. The demand for pork is elastic. However, if the other condition, if the price, for example, if the price fall by, let's say, 2% again, but the demand increase only 1.5%. Okay, 1.5, what does it mean? 3/2. So it's -3/4. What is 3/4? 0.25. 0.25 compared to 1 when we take absolute sign is smaller than 1. So let's check. When the price change by 2%, the quantity change by only 1.5%. That's why quantity change smaller than price change. This is we call inelastic. But when they change equally, something divided by itself equal to 1. Absolute value of 1 equal to 1. Okay, that's why this is we call unit elastic or constant elastic. Maybe it's messy drawing here, but I think you can get my point. Practice. Assume that you are currently selling 1,000 pieces of roast chicken at $1 per pieces. If you know that if you lower the price to 50 cents or $0.5, you will sell more pieces. If you price them or you charge from buyers at 55 cents per pieces, you will sell up to 3,000 pieces of roast chicken. Two questions asking: at which price will you earn the most money? Will you earn the most money? Second one, at original price. At original price, what is the price elasticity of demand for raw chicken? Okay, let's see this one. no need. So you can find which price that you can earn the most money at original price. When we're talking about the change, yes, I just give you. When we're talking about the change, what does mean change? Change that mean I get ending point or ending value minus beginning point or beginning value. When you're talking about change in price, ending price, beginning price. Okay, so we're talking about change equal to ending minus beginning. When talking about change in price, price ending minus price beginning. When we're talking about change in quantity, quantity ending minus quantity beginning. So when we're talking about elasticity, percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price, so it should be equal percentage change is the other, or maybe I'm not, this is no spec for you, you can go to the other slide. Okay, I try to link this one. Yes, this one. Okay, this one I link for you. This is original. Okay, we can say I can give you the answer. The price that you can earn the most money is, okay, is which price? You need to explain. We have that the price is $1, quantity sold will be 1,000. That's why total revenue is $1,000. When the price is 50 cents, the quantity sold 3,000. That's why total revenue is 1,500. Thus, we can see that the price that we earn the most money is 50 cents. Okay, 50 cents. At original price. Okay, look at this one. I'm not writing because I don't have space for that. Okay, look at this one. This is percentage change. Percentage change. This one, percentage change of the quantity demanded. This one, percentage change of quantity, price. That's why elasticity equal percentage change quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Okay, I said already the change in terms of quantity ending minus quantity beginning. Change in terms of price ending minus price beginning, divided by Q, divided by P here. Percentage change divided by Q, not only change, this is only change, but if you want to find percentage change, you need to divide it by Q. This is only change in price, but not percentage change. If you want to find percentage change, divide it by P. At original price, so what Q that you need to divide it by, what P that you need to divide it by. At original price, that means you need to take original point. What is original point? Original point is beginning point. That's why divided by Q beginning. If up here divided by beginning, for price also divided by beginning. Okay, also divided by beginning. That's why at original price you need to divide it by Q beginning, and down here also divided by price beginning. Okay, this is our original price. We also have, this is what we have from the information given. original price $1 or new price or ending price 50 cents. If we selling at original price, quantity sold 1,000 unit. But if you sold at new price, we got a new quantity 3,000. That's why we have formula, we have information. Just take this together. Just take this formula together with information given we have here. Finally, after calculation, we found -4. So maybe I need you to tell me, interpret to me, or explain me, what do you say something about -4 when epsilon equal to -4? Okay, when epsilon equal to -4, how can you say something about -4? No. Yes. Okay. So I have provided you to answer this one. You need to practice this one, and you need to practice that one. This is at new price. This is at middle price. Okay. Price elasticity of demand is here. Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. This is epsilon. This is the change, not percentage change. In order to get percentage change, you need to divide. You need to take the change divided by Q. We're talking about change in Q. This is a change in P, but not percentage change. In order to get percentage change of P, you need to take percentage change in P divided by P. Okay, that one. That's why divided here with respect to information given or question given. Okay, so when the question given to you at original price, at new price, at middle price, what is changed is only there, only here. Okay, only here change. This is the other example from the other exercise from this is from textbook. When the price of season ski pass like ticket is $400, the buyers wish to buy 10,000 passes per year. But when the price falls to 380, the quantity demanded rises to 12,000 passes per year. At original price, what is the price elasticity of demand for ski passes? Is the demand for ski passes elastic with respect to the price? You need to find epsilon, and in this case you need to answer yes. Why it's yes? And if you answer no, why it's no? Okay, this is determinants or factors that determine the price elasticity of demand. Okay, we will study factors or determinants of the price elasticity of demand. Okay, based on this one, we have one question. Will a price change by increasing, more expensive, or change by decreasing, that means cheaper, be likely to make your mind change or change your mind? It means that when the price change, make your demand change. Okay, make your demand change. If yes, your price elasticity of demand for a good or services also change or will change too. That means when the price change, will you change your mind for buying goods by buying more or less? If you change your mind because of price change, it means that your price elasticity or demand for that good or that service will change too, or will also change. Okay, but in general, people or buyers always change their mind when the price change. But just some in case when the price change by that amount, for example, some buyer they change too much in terms of quantity purchased. Some buyer they change the same thing as price, but some buyer they change smaller than the price. Okay, so in general in the market, the buyers, when they see that when the price of goods that they buy change, they will change their mind. But we can see that some buyers they change too much. Too much, that means too many quantities of goods change. And some buyers they change similar to the change in price, while the other some buyers they change but not too much, or not too many quantities of goods, smaller. Okay, smaller. So price elasticity of demand for a good or a service is determined by various factors. This means that why the demand for a good change because of price change. Why the demand for a good changed because of price change. So in this case, because of various factors. They are: 1. Substitution possibilities, income share, time. Okay, so what factors or what determines or what factors or what determinants that make your price elasticity or demand for one good or one service change? So there are three factors. There are three determinants. 1. Substitute possibilities. 2. Budget share. 3. Time. Okay, we will look at how substitute possibilities make the price elasticity of demand for one good or one service change. How budget share make the price elasticity of demand for one good one service change. How the time make price elasticity of demand for one good one service change. Okay, so we go to see how they change the price elasticity of demand for one good or one service. Okay, look at the first one. Substitute possibilities. Most consumers, most buyers will substitute the high price products or services by the cheaper price ones that do roughly the same job. What is the same job or the same function? Okay, that means when we use these products, they offer us the same utility. That's why the same job. I can say the same job. For example, burger, pizza. Burger is one type of food. Pizza is the other type of food. But burger and pizza provide us the same job or the same function because they are food. Okay? It means that when you are hungry, you can eat burger or you can eat pizza. Because burger make you full if you eat burger, or if you eat pizza, pizza also make you full. When you are feeling full, so you have no hungry anymore. You are not hungry anymore. That's why you are happy, because of food. Okay, that's why pizza and burger have the same jobs. For example, I can say motorbike and bicycle. Motorbike and bicycle have the same jobs because people use motorbike or bicycle in order to travel, in order to move from one place to the other place. That's why the function or the jobs that motorbike offer to users or the bike offer to users, that means they can move, people can move from one point to the other point by using motorbike or using bicycle. Okay, so in this case motorbike and bicycle have the same jobs. Okay, so most consumers or buyers will substitute the higher price products or services by cheaper price ones that do roughly the same job. Okay, the same job. I mean, do roughly the same job. I also explained burger or pizza. If you feel hungry, you need food. You can eat burger or you need to eat pizza, because burger and pizza provide you the same job. Provide you the same job. It means provide you the same feeling because you are full. When you are full, no hungry anymore. If you want to move from, maybe you can use motorbike or you can use bike, because motorbike and bike provide to the people, to users, the same function, the same jobs. They can make move, but move faster or move slower. It depends on characteristic of, it depends on property of each product. But both of them provide the same job because can move from one location to another location. Okay. So normally when in this case I can say that when the price of pizza go up, people will buy more burger. Remember that substitute products from previous chapter. Previous chapter we have substitute products, we have complement products. Okay. Previous chapters, as I remember, I explained about gasoline motorbike. This is complement product, and burger, the other one, burger and pizza, this is substitute product. Okay. So when when pizza become more expensive, people will buy, or maybe people or consumer will buy less pizza. If they buy less pizza and they eat this pizza, they are not full. That's why they will find the other products that make them full. The other product may be burger or sandwich or the other food. Okay, that's why they feel full. If they want to move from location to location, if they want to make trip, maybe they can use motorbike or they can use car. Okay, it depends on how many people go with. If you have many people, you can go use car. If you have only one or two, you can use motorbike. If you want to have a fun trip, maybe you can use bike because you can enjoy a long bike, not too fast, and you can stop many times along the way to get sightseeing, to get refreshed. Okay, so it depends on. Observations suggest that demand will tend to be more elastic with the price, with respect to the price for products for which close substitutes are readily available. What does it mean in this case? It means that, for example, talking about pizza and burger. Okay, pizza and burger. Okay, pizza and burger, they are food. They provide the same job. That means when people eat them or eat each of them, they feel full, happy. In this case, observation suggests that or found that demand will tend to be more elastic. Change too much, more elastic. Change too much with respect to the price for products for which closer substitutes are available, readily available. That means you can find it easily. For example, the price of pizza per slice. Normally we call slice not the whole pizza, because you cannot compare the whole pizza with one burger. Normally the whole pizza with one burger, the whole pizza must more expensive than burger. But if talking about one slice, maybe similar price to one burger. Not one set, only one slice of pizza, and that one burger, not one set of burger. Okay. So when the price of pizza go up, more expensive, people will buy more burger. Okay, people will buy more burger. Sorry. People will buy more burger. In this point, it mentioned that people will buy more burger. The question we ask to people, buyers, can this buyer find burger easily to substitute? Okay, can buyer find burger easily to substitute or to closer substitute with pizza? If they cannot find burger easily, they still consume pizza. But the way that they consume pizza drop down, but not too fast, slowly, because they cannot find burger easily. Okay, slowly it means less elastic or inelastic. But in this, they suggest that in the town or in the city, there are many burger shops, there are many pizza shops. That's why if they don't find, if they don't go to buy pizza, they get easily to get burger. So if they get easily, if they are easily to get burger, they drop too much in terms of pizza. That's why consumption for pizza drop too much, because they can find burger easily. They can find burger easily. So drop too much, that means this is more elastic or elastic. However, if there are less burger available in this town, they cannot drop too much. They drop, but drop slowly, because it's not easy to get burger in this town. That's why in this case it's not more elastic, but it should be less elastic or inelastic. Okay, so observation suggests that demand will tend to be more elastic with respect to the price of products for which close substitutes are readily available, for which the other products, the other substitute products are available to find, to get. Okay, to find, to get. If they are not really available, the demand for pizza will be less elastic. Less elastic or inelastic. Less elastic or inelastic, the same meaning. More elastic or elastic, the same meaning. Okay, that's why this is substitution. So if the substitute very possible, easy, it's very possible to find substitute goods, so the demand, the price elasticity, the demand for one product will tend to be more elastic. But if the substitute good is not possible to find, or is very less possible to find, that's why the price elasticity of demand for one good will be inelastic or less elastic. Okay, because in short, people need to be full. After eating, they need to be full in order to get happiness. That's why they try to find food to eat. But because of pizza more expensive, that's why they buy less. They will look for the other food. But if they can find the other food easily, they drop too much in terms of pizza, because they can find the other food with larger amount and they eat, they got full. But if they cannot, or it's very less possible to find the other food, they still drop pizza consumption, but not too much, just a little bit. Okay, that's why not too much or just a little bit. This is not really more elastic, but become less elastic. So one determines, or one factor that make price elasticity become more elastic or less elastic or inelastic is substitute goods possibility. Is it very possible to find substitute goods? It's very easy to find substitute goods. Okay, the price elasticity of product, price elasticity demand of product with this one is larger than mean elastic. However, demand for short is inelastic due to no close substitute, but consumers still substitute one brand or short by the other brand or short. Okay, demand for short, because there's no close substitute product to short. That's why demand for short is very less amount change. When the price change, that means not demand for short, it means inelastic. That means when the price change, then the price of short change. Yes, the quantity also change, but not really much. Yes, small. That's why this is inelastic. Okay, because people change less due to they can buy from the other company, not this company, but still short. Okay, still short. In terms of this one, pizza different from burger different from pizza. That's why they can change too much or change a little bit, or change less or change much. Okay, that's why this is for the first condition. Second condition, the other factor that make our price elasticity demand for one good become more elastic or inelastic, budget share. Budget means money share. Okay, and increase in the price of one item. For example, when the price of pizza, let's say, increase in the price of one item, that make that consumers will be about to buy. They want to buy but not yet buying. The larger budget share of their money income spent, the greater is their incentive to look for the other substitute. Okay, so for example, when the price of pizza go up more expensive, if they want to buy the same amount as before, that means no change, they need to spend more money. Okay, they need to spend more money. For example, one consumer have $100 to spend on food for their family, for their household. If the price of pizza not going up, they can buy, let's say, 20 slices of pizza. Okay, 20 slices of pizza, and their family eat them full. Okay, their family eat them full and they are happy. Okay, but how about income? Income not 100. Maybe they more have income. They have income, but they share the income for food 100, and they share for the other product. I don't know how much. Okay, but when the price of pizza go up, if they want to buy 20 slices again, buyer cannot spend $100 as before. Okay. So how much price here? How much in terms of price? 5, right? $5 per slide. That's why when the price of pizza $5 per slide, this family can buy 20 slices by spending $100. When they eat 20 slices, they are very full and they are happy. But when the price of pizza go up to $6, from 5 to $6, and they want to buy the same 20 slices as before, how much money that they will spend? Still $100? No, not $100. Become how much? Will be 120. Okay, before this is income, they share only $100 to buy food. But when the price goes up, the $100 share cannot buy the same food, the same amount of food. So in order to buy the same amount of food, they need to share more. How much share more? They need to share the other $20. If they share more $20, they need to take less from the other 20. Okay, from the other side here. If they make more, or if they share more to the food $20 extra, they need to take from the other spending 20 as well. Okay, so pizza become more expensive. If they want to buy the same amount of pizza as before, they need to spend more money. That's why people maybe not looking for this one. That's why not looking for the choice. So they will look for the other substitute. Maybe they can buy burger, sandwich, or the other food. Okay, or the other food. So the higher share of money income items usually tend to have higher price elasticity demand. Okay, higher price elasticity demand. Let's back to our previous example. Yes, this one. This is only the share of money will be $20 more if the price increase only $1 per slide. How about price increase from 5 to $10? How much money will be add more? Will be 100. Okay, will be 100. That's why double. If they want to share the other 100 to get the same pizza, that means the other spending must take off 100, because this 100 here will go to put food. That's why people will not choose this way to take the other spending, to reduce the other spending in order to buy the same food. Because in competitive market, you can find any foods. Because there are many sellers of the foods. Or there are many sellers of different food or the same food. But normally when pizza go up, the other pizza also going up. This company get the price of pizza, the other company also get higher price of their pizza. That's why people will not looking from one pizza to the other pizza. They will looking for different types of food. Okay. If the higher share of money income, like from not from 100 to 120, not from 100 to 120, but 100 to 200. This is a higher share. That's why people will drop down consumption pizza too much. Okay, drop down consumption pizza too much. Compare with the price change only from 5 to 6. If the price of pizza change from 5 to 6, people will drop down consumption pizza and looking for the other, maybe burger or the other food. But however, when the price increase too much, they also drop down their consumption too much. Why? Because if they want to buy the same amount, they need to spend, need to share much money than before. People will not spend much money in order to buy the same food or the same goods, because they can find the other substitute goods. Okay, so in this case, if the price of new car you were about to buy suddenly double that means 2 times, you would definitely want to check out possible substitutes such as used car or a small new car. Okay, you can buy a car but maybe not new one, just a used car, second-hand car, or you can buy new one but maybe not a big size, just small size, because small size also cheaper price. Okay, this is about substitute. This is it should be back to the previous slide. So any item that you share much money to buy, the price elasticity or demand for that item or that product will be more elastic. Any item or any product that you share less money to buy, the price elasticity or demand for that product will be inelastic. Okay, that's what this is. Budget share. Time. So what happened to time? The price elasticity or demand for any goods or any service will be higher in long run. Okay, in long run, then in short run. What does it mean? It means that the price elasticity, I can call epsilon. Okay, epsilon, long run. Epsilon of any product in long run will be greater than 1. How about in short run? Epsilon in short run will be smaller than 1. Okay. Why? Why in long run the price elasticity or demand for one good or one services tend to be higher, more elastic, but in short run tend to be inelastic? This is only usable goods. This can be applied only usable goods, but not food. Okay, not food as before. What does it mean usable good? Usable goods, usable service. No, not usable. Usable goods refer to goods that people use, that user use for more than 1 year. For example, furniture, TV, computer, car, motorbike, phone. When they buy one, they can use for maybe 2-3 years, and then they will change for new. Okay, they change for new. So long run, it means that the period of time that more than 12 months or more than 1 year. So in terms of time, we apply only usable good because we're talking about long term and short term. Long term. How about short term? Like food, you cannot keep for 12 months. Okay, you cannot keep for 12 months. But furniture, phone, car, motorbike, computer, or the other, you can keep more than 12 months to use. This is because substitution of one usable good or service take time. Take time. What if you had already bought a new air conditioner before you learned of rate of increasing? Okay, you would not think that it worthwhile to discard, to remove the machine right away and replace it with a more efficient model. In this case, for example, you build a house and your house is only completely built, and you need to buy furniture, you need to buy house equipment installed in the house in order for good living. That's why air conditioning or air conditioner you need to install in your room. Let's say this week you buy them $300 per set, including installment, service installment. Certainly next week coming, the company that you use, you just bought the conditioner, this air conditioner this week, they just call you, inform you, or they broadcast that okay, the price only 320, $30 discount or drop down in price. So this is recipe for this week. This week, this is next week. Next week coming, will you remove the old one, just 1 week installment, and replace the new one with cheaper price? Okay. This week you paid $350 in order to install one air conditioner for your own house. But 1 week later, the seller just inform you, okay, the air conditioner that you paid last week $350 now only $320. So will you remove the old one, just 1 week old, away and install a new one? Most of people will not do this way. They will keep using the old one for maybe long enough that they think, oh, this old, you will remove. That's why long enough is long run. So why, you see, in a short run, 1 week, 1 month, 2 weeks, 2 months, people, when they decide to do something, they never change. They change very less, especially using durable goods. They change very less. But in long run, for example, they use 3 or 4 or 5 years already. New brand name coming, or new series coming, or new model technique, or new technology air conditioning coming, they will remove the old one out and install new one very quickly. Most people will remove the old one out and install a new one. Okay, because the old one take too long already, they do use too long already, maybe more cost spending become more expensive or more cost. That's why in order to save cost from using old one, they remove the old one and they install new one. So in long run, demand will change quickly for durable goods, but in short run, demand will not change quickly. Okay. Rather, you would wait until the machine wore out or until you moved before making switch. Okay, rather than you wait until how long you wait. That means how long you will use in order to up to you decide to change or to switch. That's why not only 1 year, more than 1 year. Okay, this is in terms of time, but in terms of time again, it's apply only durable goods. Durable goods refer to goods that people use for a long time. Long time, it means more than 12 months or more than 1 year. Okay. So a question asking, what factors that determine the price elasticity or demand for one good become more elastic or become less elastic? So you can answer. First, substitute goods possibility, budget share, and time for using this one. This one that means the goods. Okay, using price elasticity or demand. Will higher taxes on cigarette reduce or curb teenager smoking? Answer only yes or no. Will higher taxes on cigarette curb or reduce smoking of 50-year-old or 50 years olds? 50-year-olds? Answer be yes and be no. So compare to similar question, but refer to different smokers: teenager smoker and older smokers. If the tax put high tax on cigarette, teenager smoker tend to be changed quickly, or older smoker tend to be changed quickly.